You beautiful people out there, how you doing? Hey, guess what time it is? It's coffee hour with your coach. And my coffee's tasting so good today, as usual. And I already got half my water intake in, just so y'all know. Because I worked out, and my workouts have been so challenging to me lately. Because I've kind of umped them up a little bit. Is there such word as an umped? Umped them up a little bit. Anyway, I kind of made them a little harder. And so I'm sweating a lot more. And so I'm having to, drink a lot more water during them. But yeah, at least I'm getting my water in, right? Hey. And then it saves me much more room to drink my coffee throughout the day. So good. So good. Hey, listen, I wanted to show you really quickly. And I hope you have been doing your pie chart. I hope you've been giving some thought about what we've been talking about. I'm going to show you what my pie chart looks like, okay? This purple ring around my pie chart, that is God, okay? I don't have one section for God because for me, God comes first and He implements all these different areas in my life. That's why it's so important that I start my day off with Him, I talk to Him throughout the day, and I end my nights with Him. I have to keep Him included in every single aspect of my life. He helps me decide my choices. He helps direct me in my right path. And He helps me. He motivates me. He gives me creation. He not only created me, but He helps me be creative. And so I really can't do anything without Him. And I truly believe you can't do anything without Him either. But so I have my purple is God, my spiritual life. And that's in all aspects of my life. My my green is my health. And my yellow is my family. My blue is my work. And my orange is my personal. Okay? Now, you can see that all of these areas are cut off exactly right. And for a lot of you who are just starting your walk with the Lord, yours will be a pie shaped, right? But when you do these every week, I don't want you to have all equal slices because our life is never equal. It's never imbalanced, we're always having to work on it and we're always having to adjust it and we're always having to spend, time on certain things that are lacking. If one area of your pie is really small, then you need to work in this area right now. And if another part of your pie is taking up all of your chart, you're spending a little too much time in that. And you're really going to get out of balance or you're going to get burnt out in whatever area you're working in. So you really need to take some time and focus on your areas in your life every day. So, hey, I thought I lost my glasses for a minute, but here they are. So anyway, today I want to talk to you about work. Today is Wednesday morning. And, work for all of us is different, okay? Work for all of us, we could be a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad. That could be work for us. We could be entrepreneurs like myself. That takes some adjusting. And we could be going to a corporation every day. And so that area is going to be a little bit different because you're going to be, trying to maybe progress without your boss even knowing you're progressing, trying to find areas that you can improve on yourself to make you stand out among that business, right? So I don't know what you do. I mean, you could be you could have your own business or you could be working for a business, whatever it is, but it's important that it's in balance with the rest of our life. Now, I can say, speaking from an entrepreneur, I mean, all of you know I have been a Christian life coach. I've been certified since 2005. I've been running my own business since 2005. I have done odd jobs. I still do odd jobs sometimes just for some extra money. When you're an entrepreneur, many times you have months where you're making a lot of money and other months where you're not making as much. That is totally normal, and we all get used to that, and so we do what we need to do to put food on the table, right? I'm thoroughly blessed because I have a husband who totally takes care of me. He just is a wonderful, wonderful man. So I am really blessed in that area. But, for many years, I was a single mom, and my kids were pretty much grown, but I was single and doing this on my own, and I had some very, very difficult times, which I've stated on here before. So it hasn't always been easy peasy for me. Right now, my coaching has taken off more, and I've added more things to my planner. So it's definitely a little bit more challenging. And like I said, this year I'm just trying to get everything organized and implemented so that I can achieve all the goals that I have created for myself. Because, what is life without goals? What is life without, having a reason to get up in the morning? I mean, literally, I am so, so blessed. I'm so blessed that I am so passionate about my job. I absolutely love it. It's the first thing I think about when I get up is work, and I'm just excited to get going into it. I just love it. There's just not an aspect about coaching that that I'm not passionate about, that I don't absolutely love, and so that's why it's so important to me that you find what it is in your heart that God's telling you to do and push through to that, even if you're going to a job you don't care about right now. I had to do that for many years. If you're going to a job that you really don't have a passion for, I understand that. I totally understand that. But it shouldn't stop you for striving for what God put in your heart. If you were meant to do something, then you need to strive for it. And that's where I come in, and that's where I can help you. I can give you the tools, and we can implement these things together. So, first off, since we're talking about so many different areas in work, I'm just going to share a little bit about my life with you, okay? And then hopefully you can either message me, and if you need help, I can tell you maybe how you can start working on things. Or, maybe you can take what I'm saying and some of it will help with you too. Because I understand a lot of you are going into the corporate world. So that is not me. I'm an entrepreneur. And so, yes, I am blessed. I get to make my own hours. It's a wonderful thing. And I get to, I can run to the grocery store if I want to. So today, just today, I ran to the grocery store and picked up stuff to make a big old pot of chili for my husband. And I didn't have to wait for 5 o'clock to get around, 4:30, 5 o'clock to get around, and then being tired and going to the store. But, I spent many years having to do that. Myself, personally, I have been an entrepreneur from the time I was very young. The thought of, somebody else telling me when I had to do something and when I had to take my lunch break and when I had to, if I could take time off to run to the doctors or take my children to the doctors or whatever, it was maddening for me. It was very hard. So for me, being an entrepreneur and being able to change, have my own hours and do my own thing is very, very important. Here is the problem that I have, okay? The problem with when you are, I'm so sorry, my hair is just I just got done exercising, taking a shower, running to the store, and I'm just, my hair is all flat and nasty, so excuse the way I look today, you guys. Woo! But, here's the problem with me, okay? This might not be your problem, but this is my problem. I love my job, and I literally have a hard time turning off, okay, from my job. I get up in the morning, and I want to start my business, and I want to work, and I could literally work through the night until the next day. This is really bad, okay? But this is what happens when you're really doing something that you're passionate and you love. It's not a job, it's just something that you crave every day. And so, and I have to work on that. It's because what I told you and what we talked about on Monday and Tuesday is you have all these balls in the air, right? And all these balls are glass except for work. Okay, work can always bounce back, but you cannot get back your time with God and your time with your children and your time with your health. You can't get these things back. Many times, these are the things that we've talked about that on our deathbed we'll think about. These are the things that, you know, we're going to be like, I wish I had had more time with my children, or I wish I had had more time with my, taking better care of myself. Maybe I wouldn't have gotten this disease, or maybe this wouldn't have happened to me if I had spent a little more attention on eating properly and exercising and taking care of God's temple. So, you know, for me, I'm the most passionate about, you know, work. My family will always come first, you know, God and family, but really I spend so much time on my work because I just love it, you know, and it's kind of like I explain to people, you know, you're starting to read a really good book and you just don't want to put it down. That's how coaching is for me. I start in the morning coaching and I really don't want to stop. And so when my husband, he'll always text me when he's ready to come home, when he's coming home, and he'll say, I'm leaving the center, I'm on my way. And that's my time to know that I have to start withdrawing from what I'm working on or what I'm studying or what I'm creating. And I need to step away from it, and I need to go, you know, concentrate on dinner and making sure the house looks nice for him and making sure I look nice for him and making sure I'm ready for when he gets home, because he's the most important person to me. I adore him, and I would never want him to think that my work comes over him. Now, yes, I have conference calls and meetings at night. There's times I do that. There's just no getting away from that in coaching. My work schedule is not the same as my client's work schedule. So yes, I have to take those calls, but thank God I have the most understanding husband in the world. The most understanding husband in the world. So whatever it is that is your work, whether, you know, you're going to a corporate office, or you are, you know, volunteering somewhere even, or you are, I don't know, there's just millions of different jobs and they're all different, right? So we really would need to tackle this one-on-one with each other. But you need to have a time to stop if you're an entrepreneur, and you need to have a time to progress if you are working for someone else in the corporate world. If it's a position that you want to keep and you want to always have, you need to find some time to work toward what you want, to visualize what you want in the company you're working for, and you need to find time to study your, you know, I don't care what it is you're studying, but you need to take time to study it, and you need to figure out ways to progress. There's always areas in our life that we're lacking. There's always areas that come very naturally for us. Those are gifts from God. And there's always areas in our life where we're just not clicking. You know, we're just not clicking. And so you really need to take some time and focus on what those areas are, and then start studying on them and working your way and bettering yourself and taking your evaluations, you know, to heart, you know, because there's a reason that your boss is telling you the things that are on your evals. Hopefully they're all great. But if there are areas in there that you need to work on, then start Googling books, start getting audios, start doing whatever it takes to push you to that next level. So that, as far as work, is important. The other thing, I'm so sorry, I'm still sweating from working out. The other thing, I'm just terrible today, aren't I? The other thing I would suggest is getting a really good planner. 2016, there's nothing greater. I love more than anything is getting a fresh, brand new planner. Starting my year off with a clean slate, you know, becoming creative, figuring out, you know, what do I want to do with my business? Where do I want to take it? What do I want to do? My planner, maybe I can just show you real quickly. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can see it. Are you seeing it? But it is jam-packed, and it just gets fuller all the time, unfortunately. Actually, I love it. But so find a planner that works for you, and I'm sorry if that wasn't clear to show you mine, but I put my planner in a 3-ring notebook because I take so many notes and I do so much studying and I read so much. So I like to keep track of things. I also like to have a 3-ring binder to keep track of my clients, their needs, what I can do for them, ideas I get, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, whatever works for you, you get a planner. And then when you're figuring out your pie chart every Sunday night, then I want you to put these in categories, And I want you to decide what is it that I need to work on the most this week. And I want you to make things. I want you to make little columns, your family, your work, your health, your personal, your spiritual. And then I want you to write down what you need to do during the week to fulfill those. Because if they're not on your calendar and they're not in your planner, it's not going to happen, folks. It's just not going to happen. You could have the best intentions in the world, and you'll struggle in this area until you learn to, put it in your planner and get it done. Okay? So I understand that work can be a challenge. And I really can't talk specifically about certain things with you unless I knew exactly what your challenge was. So feel free to comment below or to message me above and let me know what it is you're struggling with, because I would absolutely love to help you. No problem. No problems. If I have the time, I will help you, okay? But take note of where you want to go with your work life and what you want to do, and make sure you get it on your planner, and make sure you stick to your planner. Your planner is more than a to-do list. Your planner is your dreams, your creations, your family life, your work life, your spiritual life, your health life. Your calendar is everything. It should be almost like a diary. Okay? I'm telling you what, this is my planner. This big 3-ring binder, okay? And sometimes I have to use more than one, okay? My planner and my 3-ring binder pretty much only takes up, maybe this much room out of the whole thing, okay? So many times I go through much more than one binder a year, definitely. And then I have them categorized by year, by months. And then I put numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, year. So then I can always go back and look. And then if I have a client too who wants to get back with me, I can look it up and find out exactly where they are. I do a lot on the computer, and but for me, my creative juices really go when I'm writing. Okay, so. But if computer planners work better for you, if app planners work better for you, whatever works best for you, that's what you need to incorporate. I'm old school. I'm older. But I love to write, and I love to create, and I love to visualize, and I love to do artistic things, and I love to do, and I put it all into one. And it ends up being this. So spend time figuring out what you need to do for work, and make sure you take time planning that and talking to God and asking Him, what is it that I need to do? What is it I need to implement to get me further ahead where I need to go? If you're wanting to change fields or change positions or start your own company, there's absolutely no excuse for not doing it. Okay, I had to do it. I had to do it, and I was working at the Capitol at the time. Okay, so I was driving quite a distance away. My drive to work every day was at least 45 minutes, and it was a good 45 to 50-minute ride on the way home because of traffic. And hey, I had to do it. I've been doing this since 2005, but when I really started doing it more on a full-time scale, it was back when I was working at the Capitol. And it took a lot of dedication, and I was very, very tired. But luckily at that time in my life, I was single. I was a single mama, and my kids were grown, so I was able to come home after work and do that. But there are always ways to implement things, and there's always ways to push forward in your life and with your goals, whether it's work, okay, your spiritual life, your health life, or whatever it is. There's always a way around it. There's always a way to do it. It's if you want it bad enough. Do you want it bad enough? Because if you want it bad enough, you will do it. There will be no ifs and or buts about it. You will find a way. You just will. I'm sorry. It's maybe the coach in me, but I know it for a fact. I met and worked with many, many, many people who have had so many obstacles. I'm like, even I had a hard time trying to find ways for them to carve out this area in their life that they needed and that they were passionate about. But guess what? We did it, and we did it together. And you and I are going to do this together too. So any questions you have, just contact me. I am always here for you guys. God bless you. You have an awesome day. I'm going to go take this jacket off, and I'm going to go probably put my sweats and sweatshirt on, or pajama pants. Hey, that's another great thing about working at home, right? But anyway, have a great day. God bless y'all. Love you. Have a wonderful one. Talk to you tomorrow.